from the campus of Moanalua High School.
In association with Menimac.
Featuring the latest highlights.
Giving voices
to stories untold.
We are Now Loading News.
Aloha and welcome to Now Loading News. I'm Ebony Lowe and I'll be your host for this month's show. In this October edition of Now Loading News, we'll feature an important PSA on student safety. See how Halloween has changed, meet a teacher who is adapting to this new style of teaching, hear from our students and talk story, and meet a student athlete whose football season got cut short. That's what's next on Now Loading News. The COVID-19 cases in Hawaii have been steadily decreasing since September. This has prompted schools around Oahu to start opening up again for in-person learning. But with strict safety guidelines at Moanalua High School, students were given a choice to continue learning from home or on campus. I chose to continue my learning from home to keep my loved ones safe. Wherever students decide to continue their learning, here's a PSA from our social media department to show the importance of following safety guidelines at school.
Good morning, class. We have some devastating news this morning. I'll be passing on a paper stating that one of our students has passed away from coronavirus.
Amazing work from our social media department. If you're going back to school, make sure to mask up, social distance, and sanitize. As you know, just like all the holidays this year, Halloween was different. No tightly packed haunted houses, handing out candy, or even going out to celebrate. It was truly a haunting sight to not have the streets filled with costumes. But many around the island have found alternative ways to celebrate Halloween. Let's take a look at how they did it with Zion.
How's it going, guys? I'm Zion David Raby, bringing you the latest in Now Trending. Here's a recap we posted on Instagram of people's Halloween costumes from home made by our social media department. This year, many got creative in celebrating this spooky holiday. To get the scare we needed, Aloha Stadium hosted a drive-thru haunted house. The drive-thru allowed up to 5 people in each car, and it sure was scary. Many homes have converted to drive-thru trick-or-treating, which turned the usual foot traffic into real traffic. Despite Halloween being a holiday for going out, some even decided to celebrate at home with close family and friends.
Thank you, Zion. Hawaii always finds a way to celebrate, even amidst the pandemic. Even though many people had to adjust to new routines and systems, many persevered, especially our educators. Switching to teaching online has definitely been a struggle for all teachers. Here's Cassandra with homework.
Like many teachers in Hawaii, Giselle Bassingthwait, a teacher at Kapolei High School, is taking on a new type of learning due to COVID-19. At first, Giselle wasn't sure about a teaching career.
When my own children started school and I started volunteering more in the school, I guess that's when I found out more that, this is an environment that I enjoy. Even with distance learning, we have to make sure that we meet their learning goals and that we are able to help each one of them succeed. Before school began this fall, we already had a slew of training from the DOE, and I have learned so many things using different platform of teaching. And of course, there's all sorts of technical issues that might come up. I'm learning along the way how to field them, so when other students encounter those problems, I'm able to help assist them.
Giselle hopes to further her students' education with homework.
Don't forget about your homework.
Cassandra
tomorrow.
Au, Now Loading
Have a good
News.
weekend. Bye.
Being a student myself, seeing a teacher's perspective on things really helps me see that everyone is struggling, even our hardworking teachers. Students, on the other hand, also had to adapt to this new way of learning. Let's see how their lives have changed from learning from home, with Cassandra Au in Talk Story.
Hey guys, I reached out to numerous students here at Moanalua to talk story on how learning from home has given them time to discover new habits and hobbies.
One hobby I developed from being at home is scrapbooking my favorite high school memories, from going to winter fan to going to junior prom and all of the marching band activities or all of the extracurriculum activities that I was able to go to. It brings me comfort because now I can't really do those activities, so scrapbooking my favorite memories really makes me happy, like knowing that I was able to live out some of those memories.
Hi everyone, so a hobby that I developed during distance learning would be making jewelry. So this is an example of what I made the other day. I don't know if you can see it, but I usually use freshwater pearls and other seashells and, you know, just whatever pendants I can find. And then I wire wrap them and then I attach them to gold-plated chains. And I make jewelry because it's a really good way to de-stress, and I'm always finding myself stressed constantly because of school.
So something that I started making sure I was doing was health checkups during distance learning. Like if I've been drinking water, eating meals, at least exercising a couple times, checking on my mental health, checking on your screen time with all the work that we have, and a bonus, your posture. Mine's bad too.
Hi, I'm Rin, and a hobby I picked up from distance learning and being at home is checking the mail, because I guess before I didn't really want to check the mail because I was like, oh, the mailbox is too far, like, oh, it's kind of far, it's kind of hot. But now I'm like, oh yeah, I get to walk outside and go check the mail and like not be in the house and in front of a computer. So I don't know, I find it fun.
What's up? My name is Slate. One of the things that I picked up over quarantine was working out and lifting at home. It was a really good way for me to just stay active and get stronger, and it was also a good way for me to take my mind off of everything that's going on right now.
I personally started a new hobby of baking, and it helped me pass time at school. It even helped me de-stress from all the schoolwork. Well, that's it for Talk Story. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, Cassandra. As school continues, sports still has yet to make a scheduled return. In the meantime, student athletes have been riding it out with training and practicing. Arissa Ari'i meets with one of these student athletes with preparing for the game.
Ready? There you go. I mean, football has just been my life and my dad's life. Ever since I was born, I've been around football because he was playing at UH and I always watched the games, and I've always been around the game and in the game. I think my dad really pushed me to play football because just following after his footsteps is it's a pretty big deal, and you know, I obviously looked up to him. I think we just bring a different energy, and I think everyone in Hawaii, I think they know my dad and they love him. So I think that just coming to the team and just bring everyone's spirits up on the team, I think we can really change it and, you know, take it to the next level and win the state title.
For Moanalua Senior, Chad Owens Jr., football's been his life, but with the season being cancelled in Canada, Chad took an offer to move back home with his family and play out his senior year in Hawaii.
My family decided like July 1st, I think, we decided to move back, and we moved on July 17th. So we had a 2-week packing extravaganza, and we moved back because, you know, the opportunity to play in Hawaii was a big deal. You know, coming back to Hawaii, I wanted to win a state title in my senior year, so that's the main goal. But another goal is just to make everyone over here better and just take the program to the next level. For my senior year, you know, I have to, you know, really work hard and train hard for the season and just push everyone to their limits and just be prepared for when the season comes.
However, Chad and his chances to play in Hawaii would be sidelined.
With public health and safety concerns over the rising number of COVID-19 positive cases in the islands, the Hawaii High School Athletics Association's executive board approved by majority vote on Wednesday to postpone the start of moderate and high-risk fall sports to January, affecting cheerleading, cross-country, girls volleyball, and football.
forcing him to ride it out and wait for sports to resume in January 2021.
I just took it as like a longer off season, more time to prepare for the season upcoming in January, hopefully. So I just more time to prepare, more time to get to know my new teammates and new offense and just get better. I train in the weight room 3 times a week. On those days, 6 a.m. and then 3 days throwing. So 6 days a week, I'm doing something active.
Truly, he is the hardest worker I know. On the field and off, he is really trying to push everyone to the limits. He always brings everyone together. He always creates the unity in the team, and he always brings out that fighting spirit.
I've been playing with Chad for a couple months now. He's good. It's good. He's a hard worker. He's always willing to put in extra work, do extra workouts just to get better. I think every day is just a new day, and I just take it as a new opportunity to get better every day. And every time I train or do some football stuff, I try to work as hard as I can.
With the right mindset, riding it out became an opportunity, not a setback, and Chad will continue to work hard in anticipation of a senior season. This is Arista Ari'i for Now Loading News.
Thanks, Arista. As a student athlete myself, I'm still looking forward to my season. Although it may be a little different with the new safety guidelines, I'm excited to hopefully continue a rivalry with my teammates and coaches. With that being said, this concludes this special episode of Now Loading News. Feel free to keep in touch with us by following our Instagram at MOHS_broadcast. If you'd like to contact us, you can find our information on our website. On behalf of the team, mahalo for tuning in, and we hope you have a great month. I'm Ebony Lowe. The loading is now complete.